'09, there was a serial rapist out here. The guy fractured my face. I was pregnant.
Wow.
I was 5 months pregnant, and I had just gotten out. I just got stabilized on a clinic, you know, so I wasn't even high. Like, I wasn't getting high. I needed money to get somewhere to stay in for the night. And, you know, guy presented himself, and
What's up, AML family? Thank you guys for tuning in today. We out here in Kensington, the black hole. This is where addiction takes you, and these are the stories of people who made mistakes in life, and they just, you know, I want their voice to be heard to the world because they don't, you know, get heard. Today I met a very nice lady with some beautiful hair. Look at that hair. Oh my God. What's your name, dear?
Jessica. Jessica.
Jessica, nice to meet you, Jessica.
There you go.
How old are you, Jess?
44.
Okay, 44. Where are you originally from?
I grew up in Delaware County, all over. We moved a lot. I've been living in Kensington for 22 years.
Wow, that's a long time,
Yeah, I started
right?
coming up here in like '96, and then I just stayed up here because, you know, it was cheaper.
Yeah.
But I was on the street, you know, I'm in and out. I don't know.
Something?
No. Well, I came up here because of addiction. You know, I was homeless on and off. I've had my own place for the last 3 years, but you know, my friend came home and rescued me. I was part of the Emerald Street tenement. You know, they cleaned it out, and you know, people are still out there. They're still on the street. You know, like they clean all these places out, and they're doing gentrification here, and it doesn't help anybody. Like they're bringing the money in, but they're still homeless, and there's more homeless now because there's nowhere for them to go. You push them out everywhere they go. They're under the bridge for protection. Like I would have never had a tent under there if there wasn't other people there, because you don't know, somebody would come up and throw a bag of trash on you, hit you with a brick, something. You know, but it's not any better out here. Like I was on methadone for 15 years. I lost that, and now it's so bad out here that you can't even. It's like just to get the help. Like, oh, you should get help. Well, I try to get help. I can't even get into detox because there's no beds. So that's the only place to go.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then I tried the Suboxone thing. I can't. Like, that's the whole problem with addiction. Like, withdrawal is so severe. I can't do the 24 hours to start the Suboxone.
Right.
I can't do it. I've been, you know, an opiate addict for, Christ, 25 years, you know, and the only thing that's really helped me was the methadone, like, because it's not just going there and getting the medicine, like, you know, they have therapists, they have groups there, they try to help you get what you need, you know, but it's so slow, and there's so many people out here, you know, they're still living in tents out here, you know, like, I'm grateful that I still have a place to stay, you know, like, I tried getting the rental assistance. You know, we're waiting on that. You know, but, you know, like now I'm getting ready to go get well because I'm still waiting to get back into a clinic because I messed it up. You know what I mean? Like, and then it was kind of bad because, like, I went to that clinic for 4 years and I missed the days. And then they were like, oh, well, we can't help you because the doctor's on vacation. It's like, well, that's nice to know because, you know, you're telling me there's nothing you can do for me. It's like, what about, it's supposed to be a safety net for me. I mean, no, nothing, just we can't do anything for you.
Wow.
It's like, thank you so much, because now I got to go out, deal with these motherfuckers here, you know, and go, and the stuff that's out there now is really screwing people up because it's not heroin anymore. It's fentanyl and whatever they put in it. You know, it's terrible. It's really terrible. Like, I got something a couple months ago and it wasn't right. Like, I thought I was going to die. And, like, I don't want to live like that. Like, it's just such a rat race. It's such a rat race. And, you know, like, with the clinic, then I can at least, you know, try to work, you know, and now it's even harder because now they want you to be vaccinated. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what's in that. I'm not taking it.
Wow. So Jessica, let's dive a little deep into your story real quick before you roll out, okay? Mm-hmm. Take us with you in your childhood and describe your childhood for us.
My mother's an alcoholic. My father's an alcoholic. He wasn't really there. He wasn't allowed to be. I had a stepfather that was an addict. Of course, abuse. But, I watched my mom get, she was abused by my stepfather. And then that didn't end until he overdosed. And then here I'm almost following in his footsteps. I hated him when I was young, but now I kind of see, part of what made him, the way he is, because he died out here.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
He died from a speedball shot out here, off his heart. And then my family was homeless. We were homeless for like 3 years, and we were on the Section 8 emergency list, and it was still 3 years. My family was separated. We were in foster homes.
Yeah.
Thank God, I'm one of the few that wasn't molested growing up, or any of that. I got my ass beat like everybody else, but my addiction didn't take off until I was like 16.
Wow.
Of course, I started smoking weed, and the pills and drinking, and then, I graduated up to heroin. And, they always ask me in the programs, you just went straight. Usually it's like pills. They lead up to that. I went straight for the heroin, and then, crack, of course.
So who introduced you to heroin?
Me. I learned about it in school, and it sounded good, and it presented itself when I was 18, and I wanted to try it, and I did, and
wow.
Been doing it ever since. Yeah.
Do you remember the first day? That day when you tried it, did you snort it or did you?
I snorted it.
How did it make you feel?
Oh my God! I felt so much like I felt better with myself. I deal with mental illness. I have depression and all that, but it made me feel better. It didn't I didn't care as much that my life was shitty, and that takes away the pain. It takes the edge off of life.
Right.
And I felt right into it. I never thought I would shoot up. I was always afraid of needles growing up, even shots. So it was really a surprise when I started using a needle for it. I snorted it for like a year and a half, and then it was just getting so expensive. I tried shooting it. Somebody shot me up because I couldn't do it, and then nobody was around, so I had to learn myself. And it was different, but I didn't want to go back to snorting it because the money, I could spend $10 instead of $60, and be all right for the whole day, and it's been that way ever since.
Wow. Tough, right? It's such a tough fight.
It is.
So currently out here in Kensington, what all demons are you battling?
Well, I still smoke crack. I'm getting ready to go get well right now. Like I said, I tried with the Subox, and I just ended up selling them. I can't. I tried to take it, and it just made me incredibly sick. And I'm like, God bless the people that are on it that can do it. I'm not one of them.
I hear you. It's not for everybody.
I'm hoping that I can get into a program and get back on a clinic, because I've always done well with that. I've had, a few years clean, of course, I'm still using, but that's the only time I've ever gotten any clean time. It takes the desire away. It takes that craving away. That was the first thing I noticed when I got on it. Once I got stabilized, I noticed that, because it's something that's on your mind. Or if I don't have it, I'd rather have that than money on me. Because with money, I still have to go find it.
Right.
I'd sooner have that on me. I'm more satisfied with having that than having money, because I know the money's only a means to an end.
Right.
And sucks.
Jessica, currently out here in Kensington, what's 24 hours look like for you?
Well, for me, luckily I have a home to live in. I get up, I try to pull some money together, which is usually, somebody helping me out with it, which, I lean on my people a lot. And, we get, my old man gets disabilities, but that doesn't go that far, that's rent and bills. But then I got to scrounge together at least it's only $5 now. Once I get that, I'll go out, get it, and I don't do it out here anymore. Just I don't trust it, so I at least bring it home and do it, and hopefully I get enough to make through the day. You know what I mean? So
obviously,
sucks.
Those two.
It's a rat race.
Yeah, and those two habits that you got cost a lot of money, right? Especially the crack. It's like throwing your money in the trash.
It sure is.
So how do you get this money to support your habit?
Well, I find apps that have money. Like I got a couple apps on my phone that I make money, like taking pictures, whatever. I have a couple friends that are willing to PayPal me almost every day, and they know where it's going. I'm not having those secrets. It's not an illusion. Like, look, I'm sick. I need some money. Can you help me out? And they do. And I mean, it sucks because who wants to? I don't want to keep calling people. Like, can you help me? I'm sick. Like, this shit sucks, man. And the money just runs up and up.
Right.
It's just never enough. It's just never enough. And it blows. It does. Like, I don't want to live like this.
Okay, we're almost done, Jess. Like 5 more minutes of your time when we're out. So now, Jess, what's the worst thing that has ever happened to you since you've been, doing things
out here? Well, let me see. Which one to pick?
You can pick.
09, there was a serial rapist out here. The guy fractured my face. I was pregnant.
Wow.
I was 5 months pregnant, and I had just gotten out. I just got stabilized on a clinic, so I wasn't even high. Like, I wasn't getting high. I needed money to get somewhere to stay in for the night. And, guy presented himself and made it like, he was a date, and then, he was a serial rapist. So, he robbed me, and then he fractured my face, and thank God, nothing happened to my baby. But yeah, that was terrible. Like, I still have, I lost my peripheral vision. I have a fracture here. My eye, like, it's a wonder I can see out of it at all. My pupil was like a cat slit.
Wow.
After he hit me, and luckily though, I did. The police held me there. Which adds insult to injury. So they told me if I didn't make a statement, that they would arrest me for obstruction of justice. I just wanted to make sure the baby was okay, and she was. She's going to be 12 next month. So she's okay, thank God. And I, by grace of God, I really say that she is the reason that I made it through that, because he raped 7 women, and they are all in emergency brain damage, coma.
Damn.
I'm the only one that survived, like, with mind intact.
Wow. What happened to him?
They caught him, and he was convicted, but he only got 12 years, and I think he should have got a lot more than that. But because I was the only one that came forward. I will say that as much as I hate the cops, the SVU, they're really dedicated, because he sent me letters. I got locked up. He sent me letters threatening me not to testify. He knew where my family lived. I was scared to death. But so he got extra convictions for that, because I don't know how he found out where I was, but he was sending me letters. But he should still be in jail, I would hope.
Well, thank God you're alive, and I'm sorry that you're still out here due to your your addiction, and the withdrawal is what keeps people stuck out here.
It is.
Nobody
it really is.
What are your short-term goals for yourself now, Jess?
Well, like I said, I'm trying to get into detox. I called just about every day to see if they have an open bed. They don't have any open beds, because it's cold. My main goal is to get back on a clinic. I got back on when I screwed it up, and
it's okay.
And try again, right?
Yeah, you get back.
But that's my biggest short-term goal, is to get back on a clinic so I can get myself stable. I can't do anything until I do that.
Right.
Like, I can't hold a job. Like, how am I going to hold a job? Going there, my arms are marked up. Like, and then what? Oh, I can't go to work till I get straight. Like, come on. Man.
Right. So, Jess, let's we're about to be done. So let's talk about something real quick that we was talking about earlier. The system. How are you treated due to the fact of your past mistakes that you made?
The system? Man, like they look at you like you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like you go into the jail, they treat you like you're scum of the earth. Like we're human beings. You know, like people make mistakes in life, and then, come back and be productive member of society. But you don't let the people do that. Like they you know what I mean? The minute you can't say that at a job because you were automatically not getting hired. Probation and on, and then probation is just a setup because they're just waiting for you to fuck up and they throw you back in jail, and then that's another record. You know what I mean? Like.
Yep. It don't stop.
It just doesn't. It doesn't. And the recidivism is sickening. It really is, because you're just in a rat race. You go in, and then you can't get a job, and then you got and then the stress builds up, and then you end up using again, and then maybe you won't get locked up, but it's just a revolving door. They treat you like you're never going to be anything else, but they always claim like you can get yourself together and get it's not that easy, man. Yeah. Because I've done it. Like when I had a place, it was like the first time that I got on my feet on my own, and I did it through a program. I was in Project Dawn. It was for people with a lot of prostitution charges, and I fought to get in that, and I did it, and then like getting work was impossible. Like I even went to the temp agencies, and it just wasn't paying my rent, man. Just was not paying the rent, so I lost it. I ended up homeless.
It's tough, right? It's tough. So let's get off topic to get to know you as a person, and we're done. Okay, Jess? What are some things that you love to do in your free time?
I'm an artist. I draw. I do a lot of craft stuff, like I make jewelry. I've always was able to draw. That's my main thing. I'm a homebody. Like I like to do a lot of art stuff.
That's wonderful.
I also, I like to help people out if I can. Like, I bake. I'll bring some bake stuff out. Stuff that don't fit me no more.
Yeah.
Anything I come across that I, like donations, anything. Because somebody on the street could need it way more than I could. So I try to help the people out that I know out here.
Wow.
Because I've been there, and I go out there and I see people out there in them tents. I've been there, right. And just it's one day to the next. You live hand in the mouth, and so I try to do what I can, for other people. I've taken some friends in. It's always bit me in the ass because they end up stealing off me, but. I'm not going to judge the next person based on what somebody else did.
Gotcha. Because
I want somebody not to do that to me. But
well, Jess, I have my supporters. They're all going to say a prayer for you.
Okay.
If your family and your friends were supposed to, if your family and your friends see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
That I miss them, and I still love them, even though they kind of shun me, which I get it. But there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about them.
Awesome.
My mother, she doesn't even want to see me, but I still send them messages through like Messenger, so I might not get a response, but they get seen, so I still miss them.
I'm sure they miss
still
you
love
too.
them.
Just the devil just keeps people away from their loved ones. That's all.
Yeah,
it
does. It does, and you need that support, man.
Yeah,
you need that support. You really
Absolutely.
do. It makes a big difference.
So what's your zodiac sign, Jess?
I'm a Libra, of course.
Yo, Libra. Shout out to the Libras. We out there. And what are some of your favorite foods?
I like the Spanish food, beans and rice.
Oh, okay.
Sweets, of course, but yeah, Spanish rice, some stewed chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, some collard greens.
Nice,
yeah, a little bit of macaroni and cheese.
Okay. If you could be any animal, what animal would you be, Jess?
A wolf.
Oh, why?
Why? Because they're part of a pack, but they're loners too.
Got you. And if you had 3 wishes in this world, what would your 3 wishes be?
Take addiction away. I can't say peace. We would never have peace, but just to take away the addiction and the suffering.
Right.
just make the world a better place. Take away the hate. Out of people's hearts. It's a shame.
Absolutely, you got it. So now the final one would be: there are a lot of people, as you can see, that haven't been down this road that you've been on. So they judge. They can't understand it because they don't know what's going on.
That's why they judge.
They don't ask you questions. They don't, want to get to know what led you down this road. So what message do you got for the world?
Try to walk, take a couple steps in somebody else's shoes before you look down on them. And, you see them out here and they're probably asking you for money or something, but, they're human beings, man. You turn a blind eye to the homeless, they're people. They're human beings, like they cut when they're when they bleed, everything. They're human beings. They go through the same things you do, and you shouldn't just try not to be so judgmental. You never know. Like, all walks of life are an addiction. All walks of life. I've got high with judges, lawyers, teachers, homeless. Everywhere. It's not just people on the lower end of the economy. Like, it's everybody. And just that sometimes you're just a victim of circumstances. So try not to judge people so quickly next time.
There you have it, guys. I want to tell Jess, thank you so much for opening up and educating the world. I really appreciate you, Jess, for sharing your story. Hopefully it resonates with somebody and they can learn from you. Now, out here in Kensington, what are some things that you're in need of that we can help you with?
Shoes. I couldn't use a new pair of boots myself.
What size do you wear?
10.
10?
I got some big feet.
What about tops and bottoms?
No, I'm good with clothes and stuff. I mainly wear out my shoes.
Okay.
But...
And you see, that's her car right there. She pull up.
Yeah, right. I could use some brakes on that, John. That's why I need these are my brakes right here.
Yeah, I hear that. So you see, she's a soldier, guys. She's a trooper. May God bless her. AML family, thank you so much for hearing Jess' story, and we will stay in touch with her. So guys, remember, don't be bitter, be better. AML Films, and we out there. Until next time, peace out.